Welcome back to Pearl in Every Castle Seer. This is CLE Language Arts 800 Book 6, recorded right here in the classroom. I hope you enjoy. 8th grade lesson 2, compound complex sentences. Some questions first of all about gerunds, participles, and infinitives. No, some questions actually about figures of speech. What figure of speech uses like or as?
Simile.
Simile. What figure of speech does not use like or as, just says it is?
Metaphor.
A metaphor. What figure of speech is an exaggeration?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole. And which figure of speech compares something to human characteristics? Personification. Okay. What do you think this is? Participle, gerund, or infinitive? Becoming rich. The hope of becoming rich. Lured thousands to Alaska. Gerund. Wow, you're good. What about this one? To make a pair of pants.
Infinitive.
Infinitive has a to make right away, and so the next one, of course, is going to be a participle, so we won't even read it. Okay, we have 3 sentence types, and we're going to add the 4th today. A simple sentence just has a subject and a verb, so that diagram will look like this. Now, it could look like this. You know, we could have this, a compound subject and a compound verb. The diagram could look like that, but it's simple because it just has one clause. A compound sentence then has a clause up here, and then your dotted line with your and on it, dotted on down to a subject and verb down here. Now again, these could be forks to make a compound sentence. A complex sentence then has the subject verb here with the dotted line maybe connecting the verbs. It could be an adjective clause, it could be an adverb clause, we don't know, but a subordinating clause that goes down. The difference here, a compound sentence has 2 clauses that are independent. They can both stand alone. Complex sentence has 1 clause that's independent and 1 that's dependent. And then, of course, we can make compound complex where we join these 2 together. So this means we have to have 2 independent clauses and at least 1, this was independent, dependent. So we need to have 2 independent clauses to make it compound, and then we can add a dependent clause to make it compound complex. Let's go through these sentences and see what kind we are. Paul gave Timothy encouragement and advice in 2 of his epistles.
Compound. No.
Simple. It is just simple. Subject, Paul, verb, gave. The next one, we shopped for some dress material, but the fabric store had nothing nice or suitable.
Compound.
Compound. Subject, we, verb, shopped. Subject, store, verb, had. And we should have a comment here. Both of those can stand alone. We shopped for some dress material, independent clause. The fabric store had nothing nice or suitable, independent clause can stand alone. The next one, the man who brought an antique ice cream machine made ice cream.
Complex.
Complex. We have man, made, and we have who brought. This being the dependent clause that's stuck in the middle with an independent clause on the outside. And then any guesses, the next one, of course, is going to be compound, complex. Let's find the subject-verb pairs. We ventured.
Fred discovered.
Fred discovered.
Water stopped us.
Good. Water stopped. And what are the, let's put brackets around the dependent clause. That Fred discovered. Good. And now maybe we can find, and now put but high water stopped us. We ventured into the cave. High water stopped us. Those are your 2 independent clauses. That Fred discovered is a dependent clause. I wish we diagrammed these things differently. When I went to school, we diagrammed compound sentences with 1 clause here, then we put the dotted line there and the second clause there. So then anything that's independent goes up in equal. I don't like the idea of putting 1 independent underneath another independent, because then it looks to me like you have a dependent, you have something subordinate. These are both independent, but anyway, that's the way we'll diagram it. We'll stick with their methods. Let's diagram this thing. We'll first of all put we ventured into the cave. Subject we, verb ventured. Where does into the cave go?
Under ventured.
Into cave. The broken line with ours. But connecting on down to a verb. Subject water. stopped
Fair talk with us.
direct object us. And now,
High water or whatever.
oh good, high water. Now that friend discovered, I'm just gonna go anywhere. Well, I think,
Wouldn't it be cave?
yeah, since it's gonna modify cave, we're gonna put it up here close to the cave. We could just start down here, but I don't want to because we see that it's gonna modify cave. So I've got Fred for discovered,
Direct object.
discover red, direct object that, and then the dotted line has to go between cave and that. Isn't it cute? Just lovely. Okay, enjoy.